Jared here from Root Shoe Digital. I have James here joining me from mushroomsupplies.com. Thanks for hopping on, James. To start things off, yeah, if you could just let us know a little bit about, what you guys do over at mushroomsupplies.com, and then, we can just go from there.
Totally. My name is James. I oversee everything on the e-com side for mushroomsupplies.com. Essentially, in a nutshell, we make mushroom grow kits for direct to consumer. We also make them at for retailers and distributors, you name it. We entered the space about 2 years ago, and we quickly became the #1 seller online. And we're growing very rapidly on the retail side as well. But yeah, that's what we do.
Cool. Thanks so much for sharing. Yeah, next, if you could let us know a little bit about what things were like before we started working together, and then paint a picture about, what things are like now and what we've done.
Yeah. So I've been in the e-com space for a while, and historically, I defaulted to using large agencies to manage our paid advertising for Google and for Meta. And I just consistently found myself in this loop where I wanted to bang my head against the wall because these large agencies would show you a lot of attention at first, and then you just see performance just fall off the cliff essentially after a certain amount of time. And you quickly realize that the larger the agency, the least amount of touch points you actually get from them. And because of that, what ends up happening is that your performance starts to just go down. So what I wanted to do was take a different approach, more of like a headless approach, where I found one person that was absolutely lethal at Meta and one person that was absolutely lethal at Google advertising, and get them to hyper focus on it and just scale out the business with regard to that. And I came across Kirat. I interviewed probably 15 people for this position. His skill set was just by far substantially more than what anybody else had to offer. His track record was amazing. And so we gave him a shot, and immediately right off the bat, we saw a lift in our ROAS that was, I believe it was like a 300% increase in our ROAS right off the bat. The big agency that we were dealing with we were hovering at about a 1 ROAS, which means we were losing money after all of our costs. Kira got everything fixed, and after we got through that learning period, it jumped up to a 3 ROAS. We were very happy about that while we were able to still scale. And because of this, we historically have been growing, 10-20% month over month growth. Kirat's been absolutely instrumental to that, to allow us to scale at such a rapid rate while maintaining our profitability. And so I've been very pleased with that.
Awesome. And lastly, if you could share your thoughts on who you think this would be a good fit for, and who you think this is not really a good fit for.
A couple years ago, kind of fell for the trap that if you're a big organization that's doing a lot of revenue on ecom, like for example, we're doing about $500,000 a month on ecom between Shopify and Amazon and growing month over month. I used to be under the impression that if you're pulling those types of numbers, you need to have a large agency. But now I truly believe that having someone like Kira, who is your ecom ninja, that is going to just be absolutely lethal with what you need them to do, his skill set's applicable to anywhere from a small business that just started out, all the way up to a large organization that's doing 20 million a year. It doesn't even really matter. It could be even more than 20 million a year, because what his skill set is it's unique, and it's applicable to a large array of e-com businesses from small to large, because that when you're working with him, he's going to make sure that your numbers are exactly aligned with your business objectives.
Great. Yeah, thanks so much for hopping on. Let's keep growing. Let's keep scaling.
All right. Bye.